Alrighty, there we go. I think I got everything turned on okay. Make sure all the audio's okay. Looks good. Got the recording going as well as the stream. Welcome. Welcome to yet another Civilization 6 live stream for, well, we're playing as Scotland. I am Broyar. If you haven't seen me before, thank you for checking me out. And, but yeah, that's been a lot of fun in this game so far. We are kind of got a fairly small empire here. Only got, what, 6 cities, I think? 8 cities. Which, you know, relatively small, especially compared to my Zula game, the last one, where I took over, like, everything. I think I probably had over 100 cities easily in that game. So yeah, definitely a different take on the game. But yeah, we're also playing nice with just about everybody. We're trying to play friendly. The only reason we're even denounced on these two people is because we were trying to see if they would qualify for a war of... what is it? Liberation, I think it is. I actually don't remember the name of the war. War of Liberation, yes. Which for some reason you just... I don't know if you can see before you've denounced them, if you're still friends with them. It's really frustrating. But I didn't think they did, but I just wanted to double check. And sure enough, they did not have a way to do that. So the only target we currently have, I believe, is Montezuma as a War of Liberation target to kind of get our boosted production. But yeah, overall, not too bad. We got our first spaceport over here, which we also have a spy protecting at the moment. And we may build another one, but this is definitely our best city overall. The production in this city is definitely better than just about anywhere else. It's currently only 87, but we are about to start building a whole bunch more factories in some of our other places. We got one building here, and I think we'll build some others elsewhere as well. And with Magnus's bonus at the moment... wrong person. Look at this. We're about to get... we actually already have Magnus's bonus where he gets production from any nearby industrial zones, not just the first. So that's going to help Sterling get a lot more production. And then, of course, if we can double that with a War of Liberation, all the better. Other than that, let me double check, make sure I don't want to swap off of synthetic materials. I mean, there's a possibility we could build a second aerodrome somewhere. Let's see, what was I going to do with this? Yeah, actually, we might swap off of that. There's a couple other choices we can go after. I've already got boosted on satellites, it looks like. So let's go ahead and finish off satellites here. Is my sound off? Can you not hear me? Oh, okay, let me see something real quick. 1 second. Let's see. Testing, can you hear me now? Better? I hope so. Yeah, for some reason, I don't know why it happens. Every time you update either OBS or something else, it just... Actually, I think this time I might have just been updating my video card settings, which I don't know how my video card settings messes with my sound. But anyway, sometimes when I update things, it messes with all the audio and stuff like that. So even though my desktop settings for like recording videos seemed like it was okay, it looked like my audio for the stream was not. So apologize for that. I will give a quick run through of what I did. And if you missed any of that, it will actually be on the recording, because recording audio, I could see that little light bar, if you will, telling me that I was recording there, but I was not. The streaming one, I had to scroll down on the window to see that one. And 1 second. I just noticed one more thing is turned off as well. Let's try that. Don't think that did what I wanted to do. 1 second. Hate when things get like, you got everything perfect, and then all of a sudden it just says, you know what, I'm going to be different today. Trying to get the game audio, making sure it's working okay. All right, I think we're good on game audio as well. All right, sorry about that. I appreciate the heads up. Like I said, I'll have to make sure I move the streaming one up as well when I'm recording, just to make sure I can see that audio little bar. Anyway, as I was saying, just a real quick kind of recap. Just got a fairly small civilization here, only about 8 cities, and we are really kind of going for a science victory. We got our first spaceport here. That may be the only one we produce, because Stirling is going to be by far our best city, especially with Magnus in here, with his vertical integration. We're going to be able to build a bunch of factories around here to funnel into Stirling as well. And so it's going to be able to get a lot of extra production. Unfortunately, we only have, as far as I can find, one target for Wars of Liberation so far, which is Montezuma. The only other target that I saw was possibly John Curtin, and if we have to, we will definitely just declare war just for the sake of getting the production boost. The only reason we're even denounced for these two, or even at war with Spain, is because we denounced him, trying to see if any of them would qualify for War of Liberation. I didn't think they would, based on the names of the cities that they had. But since it didn't really show up in the UI very easily, I was like, you know what, let's try it anyway. So hopefully maybe we can get those guys back to being friends again, because I don't really need them to being denounced. Other than that, I just swapped over here to satellites, because I think we could build another aerodrome at some point, maybe. We'll see if that works out. I think we're doing okay. So let's go ahead and hit next turn and see where we can go from here. And again, apologies for the for the sound. I had tested the recording audio, but it's really hard to test the streaming audio without actually streaming. So, because I have it going through different, like, whatever. So I knew the mic was working. It just wasn't set up on the in the OBS. Yes, you're correct. His production would be, let me see, double check. I remember exactly how his wording works again. 100% production if they've received a declaration of war in the past 10 turns, or if they have liberated cities. So he also benefits from liberating cities as well, strangely enough. Yeah, no, that's a good call. Now, if we find a time where he is already at war with somebody, like at the moment he's at war with Victoria. If we find a time where he's actually like been declared on by somebody else, well then he's already got the boost and we can just go ahead and declare it, it wouldn't matter. So we might keep an eye out for something like that, see if somebody else declares war on him, and then we'll piggyback off of that so that we, at least we get a boost while he has a boost as well. So unfortunately, I think Australia is probably our biggest competitor for a space victory. We were actually ahead of him a little bit on space, on science, but he has then since skyrocketed pretty quickly in the last, probably 10, 20 turns. But we are ahead of just about everybody else except for Montezuma. And I'm not too worried about Montezuma at the moment, but we'll see what happens. As far as victories, culture, John Curtin's a little bit in the lead. Not too bad, but of course, I mean, if you've ever played Culture Victory, you know that can snowball pretty quickly towards the end. Domination, literally nobody's actually taking anybody's capitals, which is a little interesting. Religion, I'm not too worried about. It takes a lot to get through a religion on this big of a map. And then finally, like a science, nobody's built the first part yet, which is good. We're pretty low on the score. We're not getting a lot of, good score things at the moment. But we'll see what can happen. All right, archaeologist completed. Well, I do want the factory because, again, it does help Stirling. So I'm kind of leaning towards that. I also want the aerodrome somewhere else at some point, but I don't know if it has to be here. Let's do the factory first, because, again, that's going to help Stirling right away. And we can go from there. Archaeologist. I mean, you want to go to... There's a whole bunch of things up this way. But I'll also start trying to take some of the ones from our allies areas. Let's just get some of these free ones up here. That's going to be fine. Get a little bit more culture coming in. Scout. Yeah, go ahead and upgrade you. That's going to be fine. Actually, I think we have one of the bigger militaries at the moment. Yeah, we're second on military, which isn't too bad, considering I haven't really tried to make our military great. Just kind of getting a few things here and there defensively. You can upgrade to a destroyer, which I think we will do. And then we'll rest you up and send you back out again. Oh, I did not mean to talk to you. About to get democracy, which will this be our first? Yeah, first government with 8 slots. That's going to help a lot. Got a decent number of districts around, so should get a okay amount of production.
Men, their rights, and nothing more. Women.
It also unlocks commercial and harbor district adjacency bonuses. Trade routes bonuses, that's pretty good. New Deal could be good if we start getting to an amenity issue, start just, you know, dock some money there. 8 gold per city. It's only, what, 64 gold per turn? It's definitely something we can afford to get a little bit more amenities for anybody that has 3 specialty districts. So that'd be something to look into. So let's definitely move over to democracy.
The thing about computers is that they do what you tell them to do.
Finished off research there. Perfect.
Is that they do what you...
All right, I don't think we need professional army at the moment. We may swap it back in later. Let's actually, you know what? I want to check something. I want to check to see how our cities are doing. Everybody's still ecstatic, so we may not need the amenities right away either. Campus adjacency. +1 and +1 is not really worth it anymore. That's just too low of a value at the moment. Wonders, no, not really worth it. Again, we could plug this one in, which, you know, might be worth it, but I don't know that we need it right this second. We're still ecstatic everywhere at the moment. Although the housing could help out as well. Gold could be handy. Industrial zone adjacency, but I think I'm actually good with this. Just more production overall, I think is going to be better for us. Still getting the science, which is great. 10% gold here is going to be good, and I think we actually mathed it out, which is technically better than pretty much any of these other ones. Just how much extra gold we're getting that we can then turn around and buy great people with. Diplo. Don't really have very many suzerain. Loyalty, I don't think we need. More gold for each of our envoys, not too bad. I don't know if I want police state. Arsenal of trade could be pretty good. More production, actually, not too bad at all. And then let's plug in the spy stuff. Oh, and then we're going to get rid of professional army and plug in... Do unit maintenance just get some more gold right now? I guess. It's really not much else that I need at the moment. It's either unit maintenance or military research. And military research is not going to give us that much, not with the cities that we have at the moment. Let's just do this one. It's a little bit more gold. It's going to be fine. Up to 207. Not too bad. Alright, civics. Yeah. Capitalism's already boosted. Although it is a leaf tech. It's better than the one we have where it's +1 and +1. So it's at least an upgrade, direct upgrade on that. But I don't know that we necessarily need that. Could just come down here and get communism since it's already boosted. The campus and industrial zone. Actually, you know what? We do want this one. Because that means we can actually do one card for both of the things that we currently have single cards for. So let's go and grab that just for that card, if nothing else. All right. Power plant. I don't think the power plant will reach to Sterling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, it will not. So that, even though it will be good for the city, which it already has one, so we don't really actually need that. Do a hangar, do anything. We actually do another, you know, thing over here. Another district is what I'm trying to say. Which wouldn't be too bad. Honestly, another holy district just to get some more faith coming in to, you know, supplement some stuff for great people or whatever. Still a handful of great people out there, so a little bit more faith wouldn't be too bad. course, on the other hand, stock exchange for gold is always good as well. Angkor Wat. Must be built adjacent to an aqueduct. Good place for an aqueduct. No, well, the one good place is either the golf course or one of the two mines. Let's not do that. Sure, let's just build us a holy site. Get some little faith, a little bit of faith, get some more great people. Why not? Shipyard is complete. Just go right into the seaport then. It's the only city we got that's on the ocean anyway. Form a core. You know what? Let's do that. We're gonna go ahead and rest up. Alright, everything looks good. A couple factories coming in for Sterling, as well as the cities themselves. Although I guess they're already getting factory bonuses, so it's really just for Sterling at this point. Wonder completed. Alright, go ahead and get in the city, that's fine. Go on alert. Need more housing here. We'll get you some housing soon enough. One more turn on another spy. How many spies can we have now? 5. Definitely probably going to need our spies. Definitely probably. Gonna need our spies for going after these other guys. Oh, that's right. I need to be ready to declare war on you, and I completely forgot. Oh, got to come back one round when it's actually our turn. I knew there was something I was supposed to do when I got back in the game. We're still at war with Spain. Will you peace me out? Sure. I mean, I really don't want to be at war with you, to be perfectly honest. Are you? So we can go ahead and declare war or liberation now, actually. I don't really see any reason not to. The more we can get, the better. I'm just keep cycling them in. So yeah, let's do it. In fact, let's do that before I actually do anything else. Could bring somebody else in. Do I want to? He's already at war with Cyrus over here. Bring one of the other people in, I suppose. I could bring Australia in, and because that means he won't be declared war on by Aztec, which reduces the chances he gets declared war on. Although I mean, I was going to piggyback on his war declaration if somebody declared war on him. So do I actually want to encourage somebody to declare war on him, or do I just want to leave him just not getting an increase in production ever? What are your top tip when going up a level in Rise and Fall? I'm about 50-50 win-loss since going up to Emperor level. It's a good question. Honestly, I actually feel like I used to be that way a lot in Civ 5, where I would play some games and then I would feel like, okay, I'm doing pretty good. Let me jump up a level. Then I would suddenly, kind of like you said, kind of go 50-50, or, you know, maybe feel like I'm starting losing, you know, too many games in some sense. And so then I'm like, well, maybe I should go back down again or whatever. Or sometimes I would go like 2 levels up, you know, just to kind of really try and challenge myself. At some point, I just like, you know, let me just try Deity and just give it a shot. And I think the biggest thing with the higher the levels is just think more aggressively, at least in the early game. Once you actually establish yourself, you still need to be a little aggressive in some sense. But, you know, the really big thing is just, especially on Deity and, you know, even the couple ones below that, is, you know, those first initial rushes from people. They're going to have a lot more production, a lot more units. Just find some good choke points that you can defend against and just defend them out, piece them out, whatever you can do to get past those first couple of war declarations. Get past those, then you're usually in a better position, you know, kind of going from there. The thing with, you know, players, and the reason why the AI has cheats, if you will, you know, as far as production bonuses and extra units, things like that, is because there is a little bit of a snowball mechanic with players. As soon as the player really gets established and starts rolling, then things get a lot easier for the player, depending on, you know, other factors like, you know, your starting location, things like that. If you got a really bad starting location, I mean, I've tried playing with bad starting locations. I've won games even on Deity with bad starting locations. They weren't easy. A starting location like this one is a lot easier. I feel like I'm doing a lot better earlier in the game than normal. Normally, if I was going for a science victory, I'd have to be warring with everybody just to kind of keep them in check. I actually think I stand a pretty good chance, just based on starting position and things like that with this game, to really have a go at a peaceful win, which is something I haven't done before. I mean, there's been a couple war declarations against me, and I am declaring war on Aztec, but solely so that I can get the boost. I'm not doing anything. I'm just declaring war on him and just leaving him there. So I would say just be aggressive and keep trying. And I don't know, just if you're at 50-50, honestly, that's actually a pretty good win-loss in general. I mean, I'm probably 50-50 is probably about where my Deity games are sometimes, maybe 60-40, something like that. You know, you lose some, you win some. It is what it is. You just kind of try a different strategy the next time. And like I said, starting position can really make a huge difference, because the higher the difficulty, the more cheats the AI gets, and you really don't want to get yourselves in too much of a hole. So, all right. So who was I going to bring into this war? Like I said, I was thinking about bringing Australia into the war, but again, I'm trying to decide if I want to encourage somebody to declare war on him or not. I could bring somebody else into the war that maybe could take a city that I could turn around and... No, that wouldn't work, because I'm not going to ever be friends with Aztecs, so liberating one of Aztec cities would make no difference. I don't want to bring Congo into the war, because he's the one I'm using to liberate. I think this is the only city I can use to liberate with. I don't know. Let's try it. Let's just try Australia. Let's see if he'll join in. Joint war against Monty. I don't want formal war. I want... Why did I miss... Oh, there it is. Liberation. And you'll accept it right up. Will you give me some money? I mean, I'm not going to be helping you. You're on your own, dude. Totally. If nothing else, this might keep these two guys in check, since these are my two biggest competitors. Kind of keep them fighting each other a little bit. Keep them in check. Oh, you actually really want to go to war. Okay, I was going to say, I was like, what? Let's see, what make it still marketable? No, that's way better. Way worse, dude. What are you doing? I had you up to like 2,000 gold. Or I thought I did. Pretty close to it. Okay. Come on. I know I had it up there somewhere. Was it 1,500? There we go. Close enough. 1,500 gold just for you to have the pleasure of going to a liberation war with me. I like it. If nothing else, maybe you two guys can fight it out and, I don't know, weaken each other a little bit. Did we get the bonus already? Not yet. It must be next turn, I think. I hope I clicked the right thing. Okay, yeah. I think I just cleared Liberation War, right? Yes. Liberation War is well justified. Alright. Spy completed in Sterling. I could knock out a quick aerodrome here just to get the second one. It's actually not the worst idea in the world, although there's not really good places to put it. I may just do it. Well, I could do an aqueduct here, and I could actually do a, maybe the Angkor Wat next to it, but do I really care about the Angkor Wat? More population, it's cool, I guess. For now, let's do... I would like to start pumping out builders, actually, but I need to get the builder charge thing. That's actually right. Forgot about that. So first off, let's do a spy. We're going to need to max out our spies anyway. You finish your factory. Now we actually want to get the National... Where is it? Royal Society. There it is. Builders gain the ability to use all of their charge to provide bonus production to a district project, which, unless they've made a change, includes space parts. So go and knock that in. Fiona. We're going to have Shrek next. Does anybody have any spaceports yet? No. Wow. I'm impressed that I'm the only one that has a spaceport. It's unusual. It never happens that way. I can start stealing some text from somebody, I suppose. Or something. I might just keep picking on Aztec. Do I have somebody in Kabul? You are in... where are you at? Hattusa. And I have somebody in Sterling. So let's go to Mabamba. Just going to spread him out a little bit. Just get some more text from him. Alright, you're going to go ahead and just go back on exploring. What else? I guess that's good. Yeah, I need to swap back over to the builder thing. And actually, it might be worth paying for. Now to think about it. It's 1,000 gold, though. Although that's basically gold I just got from... The reason I want to pay for it is because I want to knock out as many builders as I can with the increased production. Just to have a whole stockpile of them sitting around. And if I'm going to do that, I want to have... where did it go? I'm blind. It's like, I'm sure it's right. Oh, no, I still have it. Okay, never mind. I have public works still locked in. We're good. We're totally good. Where is Liang? Right there. So actually, you need to swap to builder production. Done. 2 turns, not too bad. We'll be able to get a few of those out for sure. Alright, no, I think we're good. Alright, you're going to go ahead and dig that up. Get us a little bit of culture. Yeah, sure, pound maker. Don't think we have any pound maker things yet. How are we doing on next era? Not too great, actually. Got some turns, though. Got quite a few turns. Alright, go ahead and I guess move over to the Oasis here. Dig up another one. Don't know if it really matters. Classical. I should have seen what the other one was. I forgot to look. Let's do Barbarians or something. By the way, I know we've already got a Barbarians one at least. Guessing these are all going to be like Pound Maker Barbarians because of all the stuff that's going on up there. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to swap all my cities to production focus. Spy escaped. Just to take advantage of the extra production that we got. We got a few more turns we can do it with, so we'll go ahead and swap them over now. Alright, so let's see. Production. For the moment, swap off of science. You are... We're on culture, but for the moment we will focus here on production. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and keep that locked in. And see how much of a difference does it make. It makes a little bit of difference. Never mind. We will swap it over hard completely. Your gold. A lot of gold. Production already focused there. Sterling was actually on default, so now you're on production. Oh, it looks good. Cool. Alright. Choose production. So we get more spies if we want to. Got plenty of housing. We don't need that. do a spaceport if we wanted to. Although the only place to do it is where the golf course is. Let's do the spy. Just get more spies out and about just to be ready in case people start building spaceports. Stock exchange. I want to build an aqueduct here. I guess I could build one there. I mean, it takes the place of a good tile, but what enables... I don't really care about that gigawatt, though. That's like the only reason I would build the aqueduct at this point. Build an aerodrome. Sure, why not? Let's build another aerodrome. Just to have. Alright, let's go ahead and do the shrine. Get that faith rolling in. You're going to stay on builder production. Just get us a whole bunch of builders until the thing goes away. And you're going to swing over here. Be ready to plop on that. As soon as we get to this thing in here. Wallace. William Wallace. Let's go to Teo, I guess, or something. Just wherever he's got science stuff. Okay, you dug that up. Just swing up there. It's going to be fine. Probably going to be pound maker and whatever, but it's alright. We can always trade around later. This one is ancient era. Let's do another pound maker. Let's check the Great Works. Anything we can swap around for theming? Theming bonus is same era, different civilizations. So we have classical barbarians, classical Scotland. Do we have a classical pound maker? No, we have ancient.